This guy checks all the boxes.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be pretty scared too, even though I'm a warrior. Welcome to the wrap up presented by Samsung QLED. I'm Christine Williamson, and I am only here to protect Wakanda. But I got these two guys with me.
Isahim Mario.
Yes. Also, Christine, be careful with that spear. We saw you down there drop that. You awful loose with it.
Do we
Don't try me.
tell people that that's a baked potato at the end of that?
Yeah, you should have kept that on the low.
Oh, my bad.
That's a question you asked before the show started.
It's a baked potato.
Hey man, don't talk about my costume that I made myself.
It does
Happy
look
Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween!
good. Ooh.
In that vein, we got some Saturday Scream outs. Oh, I love it.
I get it. I get it.
Yes.
I get it.
Okay, we start
Way to go.
with most horrifying haymaker.
Okay.
Just out the gate, violence?
Yeah,
All
of
right.
course.
No, that's fine.
Whoa. Okay. Spooky graphic. All right.
Jesus.
The scary thing here is that people still don't understand. Like, if you take a swipe at somebody and they're wearing a helmet, you just played yourself. The dude's got maximum protection.
Okay, that's fair, right? Like all of that, rational, right? Really sensible thinking. The game of football isn't rational, Gary, so don't try to get me with your logic when it comes to just pure aggression.
But you know, coach is saying, hey, he's got a helmet on.
For
Idiot.
he probably did, but he also didn't get ejected.
Also, he was probably saying like, hey, calm down because we're about to lose this game 51-0.
They
And
did
that's
get
No,
worse.
at that
what they
point,
did.
it's whatever.
They did
All
get
right.
smashed.
Biggest treat.
Biggest tree? The redwood.
Treat.
So Aaron Bumeri on for the 40-yard field goal
This is
attempt.
actually pretty cool. Clemson.
As they split out, Danny Dalton's a fake. Tessitore is under center on 4th and 2, and he got him to come off sides. John Tessitore came up and played quarterback at the last second, and they may get a first down out of this.
What were you gonna say, Gary?
I was just going to say, man, father, son moment right there. My dad would have just found any opportunity to roast me, but Joe was absolutely heaping praise and love, and you can tell towards his son, John. That was pretty cool.
Shouts John Tessitore for setting up the 4th touchdown on the half for the Boston College Eagles, by the way. Like, it was immediately after that. So, like, we attributing that touchdown to him.
Unfortunately, Boston College did not win that one, but it was.
Oh, you got to
super
bring up all
Wow,
stuff.
Christine.
It was super
Big
close.
hater in the room.
It was close. Hello.
Read the room.
Like,
Read the
I'm
room.
not even gonna say what I'm gonna say, but you know what I'm gonna say. All right, we got the
Hey, where did you go to
biggest.
school?
I didn't know what to say.
We got the biggest trick, and honestly, we all watched this at the same time
Yeah.
and literally didn't think it was real.
Okay, I saw this without seeing anything all day today. I was like, whoa, why did I miss this? And only to find out it didn't count.
It
Didn't
not
even count.
It didn't. Like, illegal forward pass at some point, 4th and a country mile, and they would have converted. But I just, it's shenanigans. All of it.
Okay, how the hell do D1 players on Indiana not make a single tackle the entire duration
gosh.
But-
of what just
embarrassing.
transpired?
Buddy, I ain't got no answer for you on that. Like,
Did you see 47 at the end of that? You're just like, man, forget this.
Just let them go.
Man,
They
knew
should have
what it
just
was.
let
Yeah, he's
them
like,
score. Like,
it
they
ain't
should have let
worth
it
it.
count. They
It
should have
ain't
just let
worth
it
it.
count because what in the world was even going on?
That was funny.
It's Halloween. Just let it happen. All right, we got best thriller
Okay.
dance.
oh yeah.
Get it? Like, it's a thriller dance.
Oh, I get it.
Gets a sack here for Cincy, and then busts out the ultimate sack celebration. Man, my Jay Sanders.
Hey, do you think he was doing that because it's Halloween, or do you think he was doing that?
I
because
think
he
he's
was
just
like,
a big Michael Jackson fan.
I think
Okay.
he was reading
Come
the
on,
room.
Chrissy, you know daggone well he's doing this because of Halloween.
Oh! I thought you were for real.
Just mad gullible.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. He might just be.
Brooklyn you were trying to sell me.
He might just be a
Beach House in
Michael
Idaho?
Jackson fan.
Okay.
Next we got most terrifying teammate, and this dude is crazy. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know how you would feel, Trev, if somebody was punching you on the sideline like this. Would this get you
fighting him
hyped?
back.
Like, what is
If
this?
you want to throw 2 pieces, you got one coming back.
No.
And a biscuit.
No.
Yes?
Everyone knows they got that crazy teammate that like you just let
You
hit
know what?
you.
That's fair.
Like basically there's this one crazy teammate on every team that you just give them a budget of like, all right, you get like 2 hits. But like once it gets past 3 or 4, like all right, chill out. But we know you're gonna.
But
hit
he
me.
also knows who to hit because he's not gonna run up on a senior. He's gonna run up on a freshman that's like unsuspecting.
That's true.
Because then they can get caught slipping and everybody gonna be cool. But
That's
as
true.
soon as he catches me as a senior, no, we have to scrap.
He hits the player that doesn't have the last name on his back yet, the duplicate number.
The duplicate number, yes, 1,000%.
He hits the duplicate
He's
number.
still waiting on the scholarship and whatever. That's the cat he goes and picks up.
I like that his name was Wop too. I don't know why. I just like his name. It's Wop. All right.
You don't know why.
He walks on people. Because he be walking on people. All right. Most daring dancing.
Okay, first
Okay,
of all,
bro.
the floss is still very, very.
Wow,
very
Gary,
difficult.
we're not surprised. Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was relevant.
No, it's not relevant. It's still relevant to me because I have yet to master it.
Yeah, of course.
Really? You haven't
No.
quite picked up on the
Do it,
coordination?
Mario.
No, I'm straight on that.
Okay.
I'm not
What about you,
surprised.
Wakanda?
I'm not surprised that you think that floss is still a thing because you think the dab is still a thing. You
Oh,
do this
okay.
on TikTok.
Okay, first of all, the dab is still a thing.
Okay.
Whoa.
Not a dance.
Kick me off the internet,
That's
please.
not-
Kick me off the internet.
How about we move on
Yes.
to most devilish dash?
Most devilish dab?
Yeah. No, dash. Jeez Louise. All right, Drake Anderson. This was actually kind of embarrassing.
Excuse me.
Drizzy, yay. Yeah,
Oh,
you can't get crossed up with a dude wearing the horizontal sweater vest jersey.
You also can't get crossed up by a dude on a team who had 33 inactives on the day. 33 people inactive for Northwestern. And you got crossed up by that team.
Really? So he was the 34th option? 34th option doing that?
33 other people would have gotten the ball before
Okay.
him, and you got crossed up by him.
Coach needs to reassess who he's not giving PT to.
The whole thing.
All right, lastly, we got the most ghastly grab.
I was just going to let that breathe.
Yeah, we should have. Like, that's when you gotta let it ride. You gotta let it ride.
Tylan Wallace, Oklahoma State.
I know, Trevor, you approve of this defense.
Oh yeah, no, I was so frustrated the moment I seen that happen. Nobody knew whose man that was. As soon as you turn back as number 3 and look at your other defenders and ask them where the help is, that's how you know you're wrong.
But that was Tylan Wallace, who year in, year out is like one of the best receivers in the
gets-
entirety of the land. He's going to be playing on Sundays. He's going to be roasting somebody for somebody in the slot
Yes.
come Sundays. So, like, to be expected from that caliber of player.
Fair
And,
enough.
of course, it was against Texas, who, for better or worse, will entertain you on Saturday.
Yes, it's just straight shenanigans.
But they lost, which was really sad because
Oklahoma State did.
was the only team in the Big 12
Hey,
who
who did
had
you
a
root
chance.
for? I'm so confused.
I needed Oklahoma State to win that game because the Big 12 is not going to be in the CFP conversation that much longer.
And why do you care?
Yeah, like,
Because I just care.
were you just rooting for Clemson?
They are not in the Big 12.
I know. That's why I'm very confused right now.
Anyways, did you know that Tylan Wallace was a twin?
No.
He is a twin.
He is a twin.
Really?
Pretty impressive, right?
That's
Fun fact.
awesome. Do you know Mario has a twin? His name is Luigi. He got the height in the family.
That's not-
But this guy
I
got the
don't think-
workmanship and work ethic.
Okay.
All right, I think we're going to some Ohio State, Penn State. Number 3, Ohio State at number 25, Penn State. Here's the score, 38-25, Ohio State. Justin Fields finds Chris Olave for a 26-yard pass to give Ohio State the 14-0 lead.
Biggest
Penn
thing
State.
for Ohio State and Penn State, rather, as far as getting the win. They needed to get pressure on Justin Fields. They did not do that whatsoever. Couple amazing catches.
We got to
This
appreciate
big
that
one.
right
Yes.
there. And that's one thing, and I know I don't want to be Debbie Down over here, but that's just another casualty of obviously the situation that we're in.
Yeah.
A night game in Happy Valley. It would have been a whiteout. Penn State versus Ohio State. I was at that game 2 years ago, and to this day, it's like the most electric sports atmosphere I've ever been in. 100,000 people going absolutely bonkers. So even though this game is obviously still full of excitement, it's a great game. Obviously, some fantastic plays. There's so much being taken away from the people like us and the surrounding everyone in the country who absolutely just love college football.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the environment is second to none when it comes to that specific stadium at night when everybody's turned up in the all white attire.
Feels like it's going to crumble at any
Oh, so yeah.
given at any given moment.
Well, here's my question. If there were fans in the stadium, do you think the game would still look like it does right now?
Yeah. No, I think Ohio State is just that dominant of a team.
Yeah.
Dominant of a team. I don't think necessarily it might have been a little bit screwier earlier. I don't think Ohio State gets off to the fast start that they did in this instance, but I do think that talent over the course of time would have kind of won out.
Eventually, at the end of the 60 minutes, but there's something to be said about home field advantage.
Yeah,
That's
for
why
sure.
Vegas handicaps big home games like this in a situation like that. A home stadium on a Saturday night like this in a whiteout situation is worth 3.5 points. And if you pay attention to any sort of betting, that's a gigantic number of points if you're a bettor.
Ryu,
But obviously,
our
for the
local
betting.
degenerate.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So Penn State, do we think they're still going to stay at number 18 after this L that they're about to get?
One more time?
Do you think?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I do not.
First of all, for some reason in the rundown right now it says number 38 Ohio State and number 25
They
Penn
scored
State,
38
and I was.
points, man. Why you
38
sitting there
to
writing out
25.
the team, man?
I put in the
No.
rundown the actual
You dead wrong.
rankings, and
Ooh,
somebody
you dead
changed it
wrong.
to the score.
Ooh, you
So I
dead
was
wrong
like,
for
why
that.
does it say this?
I will say,
Sandbagging. Sandbagging.
Penn
Who
State.
changed it? You messed me up. I was like, why did it say this? Anyway, when I was like, isn't Penn State ranked number 18? Why does it say
No, they're ranked number 38, okay?
Triple it down.
Anyways.
Look at it. Just
Anyways.
roasting the whole control. Look at it. Listen,
Here's my question.
Christine, just say names at this point.
Honestly, right. Holla at it. Yeah,
I don't know who did it.
Tell us how you feel, Christine.
I was like, I feel like this is wrong, but okay. Anyways,
You're wrong.
what I was going to say is Penn State's ranked 18 and not
your potato
25.
away.
Ohio State is ranked 38. I mean, 30,
get you.
not 38. Do we still think that Penn State will be number 18, or will they drop after this L that
No,
they're
I
about
don't
to
think
get?
they'll drop it all. I think this was like indicative of what the performance we expected from both of these teams. Like, it's not that Penn State just didn't show up whatsoever. Put up a fight to the best of their ability. They'll still be in the top 25 somewhere. I don't expect them to drop.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's the number 3 team in the country. They might fall back a spot, but I don't think anybody's anticipating. They're not falling out of the top 25, and
No.
I doubt they'll lose any ground.
Here's my question then. Ohio State, number 3, right?
Yeah.
Williamson had a pretty close one. I mean, of course, without T-Law, but still, do we think that the top 3 rankings will change at all?
Go ahead. Yeah.
No. I mean, at the end of the day, Clemson still won, and I don't think you can discredit BC, who came into this game 4-2, and they were still a really good ACC team on the road, giving Clemson without their quarterback the business. And Dabo and the boys found a way to get things done behind an unproven quarterback. Travis Etienne was the workhorse everyone expects him to be. So yeah, Clemson got the job done. If they fall, they would just go to number 2.
The biggest thing that we talk about, like, yes, agreed wholeheartedly. I think the biggest thing that we talk about when it comes to rankings, especially in the AP portion of the season, we're not talking full-on college football playoff committee rankings at this point. We understand that these are sort of just guidelines for us to talk about, but Clemson, without a doubt, will still be in the college football playoff conversation. They will not suffer had they even had it even closer. Like, they're not falling out of that top 4 because, again, the committee is told to take all of those things, like Trevor Lawrence being out, into account.
And I was going to tweet it. I didn't, but I was going to say once Clemson had the ball towards the end of the game, I think they were up 3 or 4. Had they scored one more touchdown, they would have won by double digits, and all of a sudden somebody looking back at just a box score to be like, oh, okay,
Right.
Clemson won by double digits. They
With
were
their
supposed
backup
to.
quarterback. Yep.
Yeah, keep it pushing. The only reason somebody would look at this in a negative light was, oh, wow, they only won by 4 or 3 or whatever it was today. But they were, I mean, this close, 1 score away from having it be a double-digit win again.
It's all about context. It's all about the subjectivity of this here season. A lot of football that we just got into, but I would like to get some more jokes off. Christine, can you assist us with that?
It is now time for the biggest social moments of today, brought to you by the Sarah by Samsung. We start with Michigan State trolling Michigan on social media after they get the win.
Oh, yeah, and they control big time because they, as little brother, handed the behind whooping to big bro. I don't know why you fondling your
I
hair.
don't understand how Jim Harbaugh still has a job.
That feels aggressive, especially while you twirling your headband.
All right, next up, I know our costumes are lit, but these kids' costumes are lit-ter.
We had
without question.
Bumblebees, we had Decepticons, we had Transformers,
Gundam
and
Wing.
I dug it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can fit in them little carved out shape. My body don't bend that way no more.
We would have to make them a little bigger, just a tad bit
You're
bigger.
looking good. No body shaming here.
Healthy.
I mean, look at that belly. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, yeah.
There is no better name for a kicker than this West Virginia kicker whose last name is Leg.
It's all good until his career long is 34 yards. Then we in trouble.
I beg to differ. Leg is a cool last name, but for a kicker, Johnny Big Hammy would be incredibly more sufficient.
And on that note,
Okay.
Johnny Hammerleg.
Next up,
Please.
of course, we talked about this earlier. Joe Tessitore with the amazing tweet and the amazing heartfelt moment with his son.
Man, look, I respect the heck out of him because he was about as unbiased as it gets. I wouldn't be able to do that if my son out here, like, getting money.
I'm also just upset, too, because, like, had I been the player, I could just see my dad being like, that idiot, he usually screws up on 99% of the time, but he had a decent moment there. Like, that's how my dad is, and that's how he shows love to me.
That's fair.
This, by the way, is a tweet I was talking about. Amazing. All right. This mask is absolutely terrifying, Mac Jones.
Hey, look, Mac, Coach Brown out here wilding because
Mask.
Yeah, see, you dead wrong for that.
I didn't know.
Gary making skincare jokes. Who's the next one?
I didn't know.
Nope.
I called him Mac Jones. I meant Mac Brown. Okay, here we go. Did you guys catch this moment in the Kentucky game? Because I was just slightly confused.
Yes.
I thought it was alcohol.
Jim Beam as opposed to James Beam.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that is the alcohol. I see where you got tripped up there. But, like, you know, branded hand sanitizer is a good look.
Listen, it's part of the brand, too, the Kentucky brand. It can't be called a bourbon unless it is made and sat in a barrel in Kentucky. That's a little bourbon trail lesson that I learned during a bachelor party, and that's a fact. And that's the only thing I remember from that bachelor party.
Wow, we're not surprised. Lastly, we got another Mac. This is the Mac I was talking about. Mac Jones, I mean, it fits him, right?
I mean, how does it? I'm still confused as to what the nickname is. To be honest. Like, as to what it pertains to. Is he like twisted in the mind?
That just gives me a glimpse of, like, if Mac Jones didn't play football, he could have been a juggalo. That's some ICP, like the great Malenko type thing. And I feel like there's not very much separation to what it could have been, a la right here.
All right, guys.
We got something to handle.
What do we got next?
It's time for spooky season couch conversation. I don't know why I'm talking like that.
I don't know either.
Presented by Dr. Pepper. We're dressed up.
Yes.
You guys may know him as the baby alien, but we know him as professional sports journalist Mark Sanchez. That's what he's dressing up for on this Halloween weekend. What's going on, Mr. Mark? We got some questions for you. I know you're going to answer them. Today, we all saw Clemson get scared out of their mind because they were on the ropes against BC. Your thoughts on the Eagles taking the Tigers pretty much to the 11th hour?
Oh, they sure did. They had him on the ropes. And listen, Djokovic had a great start to this game. Everything was working his way. And then it seemed like right after one of those fourth down conversions by DJ Uiagalelei.
Nailed it.
We call him Big Cinco, Big Oos, whatever you want to call him. He was a baller today. And on that fourth down, they run the read option. They bend the end and tackle the running back, and they have nobody for the quarterback. Usually if you're going to bend the end, you got to scrape the linebacker, somebody to cover him. He takes off. It looked like that gave him a boost of confidence. And after that, it was all downhill for the Eagles. And Clemson rolled, and so we'll see what happens next week with no Trevor Lawrence.
Squeeze, scrape, and they forgot to scrape. Speaking of Big Cinco, I love that nickname, one. But two, a lot more pressure on him as we go into week 2 against Notre Dame. Week 2 as in without Trevor Lawrence, since Dabo came out and said that he will not be playing. This Clemson offense as a whole, we expect them to keep rolling, but the defense wound up being the issue for them this week. Is that something that they'll rectify by the time next week rolls around?
You know, I hope so, and a lot of that's going to be predicated on Striewski coming back on defense. He's kind of like their quarterback on defense, and they seem to be miscommunicating some things on defense. They're giving up way more points than they're used to, but if their offense is as explosive as it was today, they got to feed ETN, obviously, and keep Amari Rodgers involved. Listen, if that big quarterback, Big Oos, Big Cinco, if he can roll next week, I love what they did, though. They got him involved. You know, they eased him into the game and then kind of cut him loose. So it looks like Coach Swinney's, he's good with them. He's confident.
I did forget about that Cali connection, Mark, but this is probably, if you're dreaming of a perfect scenario, right, with your number 1 overall pick, who is Trevor Lawrence, going to be next year, having to be out, it's a good introduction to have your starting quarterback go up against a squad like BC at home before you have to take things on the road at Notre Dame. So, I mean, this has to be the most unideal situation for Clemson, right?
No doubt. But you talk to people down in Clemson now, they think that this kid could make you forget all about Trevor Lawrence, which sounds crazy. I mean, that's the spookiest news of the night, right? But it's clear there's 2 things that are very important to Coach Swinney, and that's one, players' safety and the safety protocol for Trevor. keep him healthy, get him healthy, and make sure he's safe. That's paramount. And then 2, it's easy to say that after your freshman quarterback goes out and plays that well. So I think they have a lot of confidence, and they're riding high going into Notre Dame.
Now, Clemson nearly got caught slipping. Michigan got caught all the way slipping.
Again?
Your reaction tells everything that we need to discuss. So the floor is yours.
God, Booger McFarland nailed it. The kid, Ricky White from Michigan State, has like almost 200 receiving yards or something like that, goes nuts. And he was his primetime performer tonight, but he, as soon as the clip comes on, he's like, Ricky! White. So Boog nailed that one. But listen, Joe Milton, the quarterback for Michigan, the game plan and blueprint for Big Blue cannot be, hey, this is his second start of his career at Michigan. Let's throw the ball 50-plus times. That can't be it. You got to take pressure off of him. You got to hand it to Charbonnet. You got to establish the running game. And I mean, they just got caught really with their khakis down, apparently. Coach Harbaugh, come on, man, come on. You got to protect your quarterback.
But it is one of those things, like, I feel like we have this same exact or a variation of this conversation every single season under Harbaugh. It's like they have to do this, they have to do this, they have to do this. When does it come to a point where it's like you should have done this and something has to change drastically?
Yeah, I mean, against rival teams at home, I think they're like 1-6 or something like that. It's not a great stat for Coach Harbaugh. And, you know, that's tough when the seat gets warm like that. They expect a lot at Michigan, so who knows what's going to happen there. But I just know that can't be your blueprint every week. And then, especially on the defensive side, their defense coordinator, Don Brown, he's got to be scratching his head like, guys, what are we doing in the secondary to give up that many yards to one receiver? That's incredible. And so they got a lot of things to fix over at Michigan.
Okay, we mentioned Mark Sanchez, hard-hitting sports journalist, joining the show tonight, and we saved the hardest question for last, so you're going to have to sit and think about this one. Who wins in a fight, Mario or Ryu from Street Fighter?
Oh, dude, come on.
Listen.
Post-mushroom Mario.
What?
Whoa.
I mean, fully Hadoukened out Ryu, so... Mark, I mean, come on, man.
Does Mario have shells to throw?
Yes,
is he
absolutely.
in a cart?
Everything is at his disposal. Yes.
Does he have? Oh, wow.
Yoshi in the back.
We can't just introduce automobiles, Mark. What are we doing?
It's your fault. You got caught slipping.
I mean, Mario's got a lot going on, so that could be too much for Ryu to handle.
Hold that.
Hold that.
This interview's over.
Ricky!
Thanks, Mark.
Ricky! White.
All right, I got a question for Trevor Scales because Mark Sanchez had not seen Black Panther, so he had no idea who I was.
That's unfortunate.
Gary, when I said I was part of the Dora Milaje, didn't know who the heck that was, but then he realized it was from Black Panther. So I'm going to ask you this. Dora Milaje, let's say I'm Okoye.
Okay.
Versus Ryu. Who you got?
That's very difficult. I'm going to go Okoye because she got the spear. She's sitting there holding the spear.
However,
okay, go
what
ahead.
if the tip of her spear wasn't vibranium? Instead, it was just pizza wrapped in tinfoil.
Which is what it resembles.
Christine,
I don't
right
know
about
if you watched
now.
Black
the tip
Panther.
of your spear.
I don't know if you watched Black Panther.
Show the tip of your spear.
But she can also fight without her spear.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's the whole concept of Ryu got fire coming out of his hands too. So like, that's where that becomes a wash, a little bit of a wash.
Also, C-Dub, you've sold out. You've sold your soul. You're 3-stripe brand right now. Adidas needs to keep you upright and safe. Look at you. You got the 3 stripes on your face. I see that subliminal marketing. What are you trying to do?
I'm over you.
You ain't trying to get in no fights. You're trying to get into a commercial.
We're going on to the next segment. We got these Halloween movie poster reactions.
Okay.
Fright Flicks, I believe, is what we're calling it. And
Turn me up.
I'm going to
I'm not gonna lie. Today's
up.
set is spooky.
It is. It's so great. I love
really
this.
good. Great job.
I'm going to tee up some Hollywood movie posters.
Okay.
And we're supposed to react to the Photoshop. Oh my God. So this is
Hey, which one of us is the black one?
Me.
Obviously. The thing about these that are so great, like, I don't know what picture that is of me. Where did you get that? Where am I doing that? I wish I knew.
Trevor was looking at the big marshmallow man like, man, we
Me and
about to
Trev, Luke-
smoke you.
I'm strapped. I'm
so
good to go.
Me and Trev low-key had the same exact face.
Zero
All right.
stress.
Hocus Pocus.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cute, Trevor.
I don't know if I like blonde.
Sisters.
I don't know if I like blonde, bro.
Bro, Sarah Jessica Parker she was Dime City in that movie.
You're not wrong.
So I am giving you a compliment.
Hey, man, that lace front, flawless.
Chill out.
Flawless.
Was I winning?
There's no lace. You can't even see that.
Oh
thing.
my goodness. Yeah, it was a clean wrap. It was
I was winning. We would do some damage at the club.
Okay. Next
Wouldn't be
up,
a
we
bad
got
time.
Scary Movie.
Wouldn't be a bad time.
Oh, that's cute.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one. It looks like us in our natural habitat.
I know where that picture. That's Spring Break Trev right there.
Spring Break Trev.
That is Spring Break Trev.
You know what? I can't even dispute it because I can't identify exactly what it is. To keep it a band with you, I have no idea.
Where the hell did you guys get that picture
Why
of
is
me?
Sparty's head on that
I
body?
don't know.
Did anybody notice that?
Yeah, for real.
Wait.
That kind of threw me. I don't want to say too much more, but like that
I
threw
ain't
me.
gonna lie. Michigan State has never looked better. Okay. Keep it pushing.
Next up, we got It.
Oh, why do I gotta be
yes!
it? Why do I gotta be it?
Because you
Evidently
look
Gary
creepy
eats
as
children,
hell.
so that's an update.
why, because you look creepy as hell.
You know, I'm also hurt too because Pennywise had to have a full face of makeup to look terrifying, and they just cut my face out.
Yep, they just said, no, he goes like this. Yeah, no, that should work. That should work.
Well, this goes into the question that we talked about at the beginning of the show, or before the show, right?
Yeah.
You were talking about, Gary, how you're not afraid of clowns or dolls
No.
because you would just knock them out.
Yes.
So, I mean, would you be scared of Pennywise?
Okay, Pennywise is like a different clown. He's not just like, like the clown.
Your standard clown,
Yeah,
yes.
this dude's got like a paranormal type
Yeah.
activity clown. So yes, I would be a
You
little.
got the grill full of fangs too.
Yeah,
like,
straight up.
yeah.
And he doesn't have just 24 to 36, however many you're supposed to have. He's got like multiple.
All the teeth,
Well, I will
yeah.
say, and I'm gonna let the record show, if I would have been put in the movie Chucky, it would have ended after one movie, and it would have ended after 10 minutes, because I would have punted that rubber head off of a bridge. There ain't no way Chucky, at 2.5 foot tall, made of rubber, should have done any kind of damage.
No, yeah, it would have been a very short film with your boy starring in that mug.
Yeah.
I will also say, Pennywise, when LeBron James dressed up as him, what do you think your chances are against that Pennywise?
Zero.
I'm gonna go see the ancestors. Next time, hey.
I'm gonna holler at you.
Hi, Jesus.
Go ahead and tuck mines in. 6'7" Pennywise is terrifying.
6'7", 250.
Wait, okay, before we get into the next one, though, I do gotta ask this since we're on this conversation. Just kidding.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I'm sweet.
I can't even lie. You're getting that
Why
fit
is my
off.
forehead
getting ready
so
to
huge?
Wait, no, hey, focus on the fit.
I understand that's how
Focus on the fit.
Beetlejuice's hair is.
That
but, like,
waistcoat.
my forehead is 8 inches. I guess I don't have I guess you can't
I was getting ready to
tell
say,
where my
like,
forehead ends.
Where does it end? Where is the line of
I
demarcation?
actually, fun fact, do have a big forehead.
The more you know.
There you go.
The more you know.
Yes.
You and Beetlejuice are actually in line with that because
Not
I think
that
that
big.
brother's
It's-
hairline
let me
was
just-
like.
Let me just put out a disclaimer. It's not that big of a forehead.
Touche. That's fair.
But since we were on the conversation earlier, I do want to ask this. So you're not scared of Chucky. You're not scared of. You are scared of Pennywise, but you're not scared of clowns. What scary movie does actually scare you?
Oh, I do not do devil films. Like anything that has to do with like the satanic,
Like Annabelle or
Correct.
The Exorcism.
Right. Those lines of movies I don't fool with because like those jokers, like that gets a little close to like reality for me, and then it's just leave me out of that.
I can rock with those because I know he's got me.
Right.
But, okay, I just watched Scream. Drew Barrymore was hosting it, and I don't rock with those like crazy serial killers who got nothing to lose. The killer in Scream was a 17-year-old high school senior who had good looks.
Spoiler alert.
The movie came out. The movie came out 22 years ago. If you haven't seen Scream yet, who damn bad? Guess what? It's her boyfriend and his best friend. Those are the movies that creep me out because they're always the crazy kids who are like, yeah, I can see this. I can see
All right,
this.
Christine, what screws you? Like, what messes you up when it comes to
I don't
scary
watch
movies?
scary movies.
You don't
'cause
do
I
any
can't.
of them?
No, I can't. I can't do that. But I will say, like the movies with people getting possessed by things, those scare me because my dad used to tell me a lot of scary stories when I was younger, and I believe that thing.
So like Parent Trap.
I believe all.
Freaky Friday. You see,
I believe all that.
She can't watch the Little Dicky music video. She's like, wait a minute, he's Chris Brown?
Listen, guys, I just moved next to a cemetery, so like I believe that there are ghosts everywhere. I really do.
All right, well, look, you just aired your personal life out. Like, I'm good on that note. Go ahead and say goodbye to the people.
Hey, but you got the baked potato spear, so you are good.
Hold on. All right, guys, thanks for watching the wrap-up presented by, I'm trying to make it into the bucket, presented by Samsung QLED. We will see you next time.
The spear broke! The spear broke! The spear broke!
Bye! Bye! We're leaving.
It's a Swiffer!